We were discussing like a creation of the slicers, right? And slicers is very, very powerful in all the softwares, mostly in analytical software and visualization. So let me one session has been given pivot table, right? Let me see that one also before I move to another one or business query. So what you people are going to submit that creation of the slicer, just write down, or maybe I will also post that creation of the submission, creation of this slicers. First point, you people are going to submit. Now let me remove the slicer and let me create the pivot table first, and let me show you where the people are or where we can write the business queries, right? So what is there? So if I click on this table design again, there is another option, right? There is another option, convert to range, right? Let's say if I don't want to convert my range of cells or my given data set into table format, what is the reverse process of that? If I convert to range, if I hit on this, right? Let's say, do you want to convert? Yes. This is the original data set again in a range of cells, right? Agree? Now my data where we have started a range of cells is the same. Now the option has been given to us like creation of the pivot table. Let me create my first table first, or first pivot table. Insert. I was mentioning about the two options here, right? A table or a pivot table. Now, if I click on this table range, right? Again, one thing, before I create a pivot table, there are three options from the given worksheet, from the external data source, let's say from SQL Server, from Oracle, another one, and from data model. I will create a data model. I will share with you in MS Access or maybe in any other format. And we will see how we are going to work with the Power Pivot as well, right? So today we are going to discuss only pivot, but sometimes we will also discuss Power Pivot, a Power Query as well, and Power View as well, right? If you integrate Power Pivot, Power Query, and Power View, it will become Power BI, right? So that we'll see in coming sessions. But let me create a first from normal worksheet pivot table. So there are two options, either a same worksheet or either a new worksheet. So if we want to create a pivot table in the same worksheet like employee performance, we need to give a cell address where it should start. Else, what we can do, I can create a new worksheet for better understanding where we will get all the options. Right? This is my first pivot table. What is my first business query? You may also write that one. Average salary comparison. Let's say average salary comparison of gender, or I can say whatever you can consider this, right? So what is my business query? Average salary comparison, gender wise. So what is my call? My gender should be in a column format, let's say, and let's say designation wise, position, designation, right? Let's say position, and finally, what is it? Salary, right? Simple. Now it is showing me the sum of salary, but what is my business query here is, my business query here is average. If I click on this value field setting, you will get all the other functions options available here. See, if I click on this average, see, my average is coming like this. So can I format this one? Let's say I don't need any decimal, but let's say format cells, and I can go for this currency and this dollar symbol again, dollar US. Here it is, dollar English US, and no decimal place like this. So, simple. How many of you are supporting my statement? The given pivot table or created pivot table is a real table. See, I have created a pivot table for my first business query, that is average salary comparison of gender wise, position wise. So positions I have listed a row wise, gender I have listed a column wise, average salary we have calculated through the formula. How many of you are supporting my statement? The created table is a real table. Simple question.
It's a table, sir.
Yeah, it's a table, right? That's why I'm asking, how many of you are supporting my statement that it is a real table?
It's a real table.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So let me ask in a reverse order or a reverse manner. How many of you are supporting my statement that the created pivot table is not a real? And what may be the good logic?
Sir, it is based on filter, sir.
Oh, based on filter, that's fine. I can change filter. I can make n number of combinations to make n number of to run n number of business query, right? But it's a table, right? So how
You
many of
can
you are
change
support?
the you can change the value of the cell over
We
here.
can change the value of cell. If I change, let's say if I change my field option here or maybe the selection of the attributes here, my value will change. But
Yes,
it
sir,
is a
but
table.
not hard punch. You can do hard punch.
Okay. So let's say if I use any other field, let's say department wise, position wise, है ना? Let's say where is the department also? Let me drag department also here. See, again it's a pivot table, right? With the combination of department as well as your position designation, है ना? So how many of you are supporting my statement that the created table is real table? Or how many of you are not supporting this statement? Or what may be the good logic? If you compare this table or this data set, range of cell, that is called your OLTP system. What is the meaning of this OLTP system? Online transaction processing. Whatever the data is coming, we are going to record as it is while using some pre-processing another one or cleaning or other thing, right? Initial phase of that one. But this is called your OLTP system, but the created pivot table is called, in computer science language, it's called OLAP system, online analytical processing system. Very, very basic example of OLAP system before you move to SQL Server, Oracle, or IBM DB2 database type, complicated databases or DBMS, right? Why I'm saying this OLAP system, online analytical processing system, that is not a real database. Though it is like what you can say, it is consuming the memory of a hard disk. Though it is a database structure format, but they are not the real one. They are virtual. Like I was mentioning, the slicers are virtual filters. The same way pivot tables are the virtual tables. Please remember always. But pivot tables are always and always and always are virtual tables. Why? Or I can say the extract of the instances in computer science language, right? What is the meaning of this? Like rightly pointed out, if I change my field selections over the right column or over the right options like filters, column, rows, and values, my table view will change. My table view will change when I select the different options in the right column, right, right corner. That means these are not the real table. These are only the views or these are the instances of a particular table at a particular time. It may change. And another thing, my pivot tables are not automatically updated when there is a change in your transactions data set. What we need to do? We need to refresh always. Let's say you are working on a Reliance Mart or maybe Spencer Daily or maybe what you can say e-commerce portals, and there is a change in every moment or every hour that a lot of transactions are coming and happening. It will not and getting recorded in OLTP system. It will not be reflected in your pivot table unless and unless you are not making a refresh button, right? That means live connection is not there. So that is not the logic that it is not a table, but the logic here is it is just a view of extractions or instances of the table extractions, right? So we need to refresh. So please remember that pivot tables are virtual, always and always virtual, equivalent to database views in SQL Server, right? Now, my first chart. So this table you are going to submit as a sheet one, I can say average salary comparison. Comparison, right? Now, can I create a chart on this? Let's say if I create a chart on this, what will happen? Let's say recommended chart. See, my first chart that I have created, because we are, see, we can compare the average salary with the designation, gender-wise comparison. See, nearly same, I can say. So company is following the good practices. That's true. So this chart you are going to submit in your Excel file. Now, let me create another one. What is that? This is the chart created based on the pivot table or called pivot charts. What is the advantage of this pivot chart? My options like this. My options of filter button are coming by default on my charts itself. Without going back to table, I can make changes in my charts. So how to make a chart change? Let's say selecting from here, not only all the position holder, only analyst, junior developer, and let's say manager, right? Simple one. I compare. So without going back to table again and again to make changes in the chart, through the pivot chart, we can make change in the chart itself. That's why this is called the pivot charts, right? Because the filters button are coming by default, right? This is my first submission, first business query that we have compare average salary position wise. Let me compare. Let me, so anything to repeat in this? Simple one, simple comparison business query. Let me create another one here. Department wise, we'll see how my organization is behaving towards the salary distribution or salary pay package towards department gender wise. Let's say again, I can go for this gender wise, and then let's say salary, but not the salary sum. It should be, let's say, value filled and maybe average. Again, right? Simple one. So if I click on this cell formatting, or I can go for this format cell format option, right? So let's say currency US dollar, and this one something, right? This is the average comparison. Let's say department wise, average cell comparison, right? Now, can I create a chart on this simple way, like the same? Simple. If I click on this, by default, I can create, let's say, nearly same, right? So companies following the good practices that they are not making the too much differences among the, between the salaries of male and female. Good practice, right? Simple one we have compare. Now, my another thing here is count position wise of employees, position wise, department wise, right? You are going to submit that one. Now, if I click on this, let's say another one I'm going to insert. So we can create n number of pivot tables based on our business queries. So I'm just giving example for 3 to 4. Now, what is there gender wise we have seen. Now, if I click age wise, let's say age, and then position, and let's say employee ID. Yeah. What is the sum? We don't need a sum. We need a count of employees. So what I should use? Count of employees. See, now this is the complete distribution of your employees' age and positions. You can understand. See, most of the managers are belonging to the age from 35 to 60. Agree with my point? Most of the intern are belonging lesser than 26 years, right? Most of the junior developers age range from 23 to 30 years only, right? What about this employee? Senior developer becoming at the age of 28 years, a good candidate, right? So and so, but we can make a number of interpretation of this table, right? So we can have a distribution of this age wise, year of experience wise, how many people, how many years of at company also, like number of years at company, number of work X also, number of the projects completed, and so and so. So n number of the business query you can run through the pivot table, one of the best and one of the powerful concept in Excel or in Power BI, right? Now, my another here is, let's say if I make another change in this, pivot table आ गया, new version, department wise, position wise, and then employee ID count. Simple. It's not, it should not be sum, it should be. Now, if you are able to see in finance, there is a minus button, right? There is a minus button in front of HR. There is a minus button IT. If I hit in on this minus button, it is becoming a plus. In Power BI, we are calling this as drill up and drill down concept, right? That means going deeper to get more insights, right? Drill up and drill down. What is the meaning of this drill down? If you hit on this plus button, it will show you further exploration of the analysis, right? Drill down. But if you click on this minus button, drill up, granularity changes, right? See, can I make a chart? Simple yes, right? Now, if I hit a chart on this, let's say what will happen. If I click on this recommended chart, let's say what will happen. This is happening. But now if I click on this position also, right? If I click on the position also, it will be showing. See, if I click on this plus button, see, now it is showing here distribution of all the employees, department wise, your position, designation wise. Both the options, designation and positions, are coming on my x-axis to select or to drill up or to drill down like this. We are doing the same thing in a Power BI like this, plus minus, or arrow down, arrow up, arrow down, arrow up. Same thing we have in Excel options, right? So any doubt or any confusion in this or anything to review before I change the business query? So 3 to 4 charts you are going to submit. First one is average salary comparison position wise, average salary comparison department wise, number of positions. What was that third one? Yeah, like a
Gender-wise.
a gender wise that we have seen, that age wise distribution of designation, right? And the fourth one, you are going to submit this department wise, position wise, number of count, employee count, right? Simple one. The fourth graph you are going to submit. Now let me change and let me come back to this data set again. Now I'm changing my business query here. Let's say in the same way, if I create another one and I will show you the problem with the pivot table. Let's say if I click on this, okay, data source, I need to select. I'm changing my business query. I need to select only and only. Let's say clicking on this pivot table, new worksheet. Let's say gender equal to female. That is not coming here. Let's say that is female. Not possible through this method, right? So what is my business query here is create a search engine through the employee ID, right? Create a search engine through the employee ID to identify the name, department, position, and salary. So through this method, we cannot do it. So let me delete that one. And going back to this data, what is my business query? Let's say if I hit any employee ID, let's say what is given, any employee ID, let's say 121. 121. If I hit any employee ID, it should return name, it should return department, it should return me position, as well as what it should return salary. Whenever you change any, let me zoom. Now this is my business query. This is my search key, right? This is my search key from last data set. Whenever I hit any employee ID to search whether the person is available in my company or not, if it is available, what is the name, what is the which department it belongs, what is the position is the person is having, and what is the current salary. That we need to check that one, right? First thing, let's see. So my question is clear, my business query is clear. After creating this some pivot table or like pivot chart, my business query says create a search engine, right? I say this as a search engine. Create a search engine for identifying find a particular employee detail. Right? This is my business query. Create a search engine. Now my search engine belongs to employee ID because that is a primary key as per the database definition. If you see, when I checked remove duplicates, there was no duplicates in employee ID. That means only the unique value, and we can consider this as a primary key, right? Now, my question here is, anyone who can support me for lookup function. Let's say lookup function I can use. My lookup function will give me the answer for that, right? But I will show you where we are making a mistake. How? Let's say my first business query here is whenever I hit any employee ID, let's say EMP ID, it should return name, department, salary, position, right? What should be the name? Let's say if I write VLOOKUP, there are two lookup function in Excel, but nowadays only lookup function is coming in advanced Excel 19 onwards. If you are using 19 onwards Excel file, then we can use lookup function or X lookup function. So they have removed B or H lookup function. They have come up with the X lookup function that can search row wise or column wise, right? But my Excel is old, so I'm using V lookup function here. What it is asking? It is asking me, let's say, okay. It is asking us the lookup value. What is my lookup value? My employee ID. So I have given the cell reference. Simple one. I have given the cell reference, VLOOKUP. Then it is asking us the table array, where it should search. It should search in the complete data set. Wherever it is, it should search in a complete data set. I'm selecting the complete data set for the reference like this, right? And then it should return me the value. Column index, where my name, my employee name is written in column number 2. It as per array, if you remember from C programming or C++, my array starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. But in Excel, it starts from the 1. My first column, A column, is considered as 1. My second column, B column, is considered 2, and so on. So I'm writing here is 2. Now it is asking us a range lookup. That means exact match, that is a 0, or approximate match is 1. Nearby values, right? If I hit 1 here, it will be returning me the approximate value, nearby value. Some, let's say Harish, Harish, or maybe Haress, both will return. But if we are looking for the exact match, that only I or IEE, it should return. So we need to use 0. If I click on this, the name is represented here, Sannan Wilson. Agree. My lookup function is working perfectly. Now, can I identify the department? But before that, why I should use employee ID as a keyword? Why there is no automation in this also? Can I make automation? Whenever you change the employee ID, let's say 995, right? It should be automated system. It should return the value of a particular employee whenever you change the employee ID. Let's say 885, right? Anyone. But why I should remember the employee ID, right? It should be automated system in Excel or in Power BI. So how to make this as an automated? What I can do, I am deleting this value, right? I'm going to create an automated list for that. How to create this one? Just click on this data over the ribbon and then click on this validation, data validation, right? Click on this data validation and then it should not be any value, it should be a list. What is the source? My source should be the given data set, right? Whatever the employee IDs are available, it should search and it should reflect the changes. Let's see. Better an automated system now. See, you just drop and down. See, 109, who is the employee? 1117, who is the employee? Right? See, let me write on the right justification of this. Let's see the name. See. Now, if I change any employee ID, you just say any employee ID, it will return with the name of a corresponding factor. So clear? Anything to repeat in this? How to create an automated list in this? how to create how to make use of this lookup function. VLOOKUP function I have used, right? See, you just change any value here, it will be done.
Sir, please repeat the data validation.
Okay, so what I have done is just click on this particular cell and click on this data over the ribbon and this data validation, and then use this list function from the drop-down menu, right? And then just give the source of a column, right? From from row number 2 to last row 201. And just click on OK. So it will create a automated list that no need to remember also what is the employee ID or maybe something, or any employee, those who have left, another one. So might be in a real organization, some employee IDs are given, or some employee IDs are there for those employees, those who have already left the organization, right? So we should not remember anything, right? Whatever the system is available for analytics, it should be automated, whichever we are using, right? Now, my second question here is department.
Sir, can you just repeat the
Yes.
VLOOKUP,
Okay,
like what was the
yes.
function that was being
Right, right. So I'm going to use this VLOOKUP function for department name return, right? It should, whenever it sees employee ID 418, it should return the corresponding department also of that employee, right? So let's say VLOOKUP again, VLOOKUP, okay, right? And then it is asking us the lookup value. Lookup value is my employee ID to fetch the value. Then table array means where it should search the value, where it should look up the value. It should look up the value in complete data set, right? Now, like it should return the value from the complete data set. I'm giving the complete table array to this one. Now it is asking the, okay, lookup value, it was lookup value where it was this one. Lookup value we have given like this, Q5, that employee ID. I'm giving the cell reference for this. And after that, I'm giving A1 to N201, the complete data set as a lookup. So it should search the value from there and it should return the column index. Column index means which column it should return the value. So let's say earlier we were searching for the name, that was the second column, as per A equal to 1, B equal to 2, and so on and so. So now department is written in which column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth column, my department values are given or department name is written. So I'm giving the 9 here as a column index. Now it is asking the true value, that means the exact value or approximate value, right? So I'm giving exact value as a 0. And now if I click on enter, see, my department is returning here, right? Simple. So we need to count the column number and we need to fill in the lookup function, right? Now, if I change the value here, let's say 425, see, changing. My automated system is working perfectly, that I'm getting the search engine or I'm creating a search engine for employee ID to fetch all the other values or to run my business query, like in the SQL server, right? Same way I can do it for position and salary. Simple. So you need to complete that one. I'm like leaving up to you. Position may be a 10th column and salary may be a 12th or 13th column. You can count that one. The formula will be the same. But now, interesting thing, where my lookup function will fail, right? We are happy that we have created an automated system and my function is well defined and working well as well, right? But where my lookup function will fail, I'm saying this. Identify the top 3 employees. Top 3 employees based on salary. Now identify. Let's say my top first employee, second employee, third employee, right? Name, your department, or maybe your EMP ID also, right? Now I'm changing my name. We are looking for the name and department, or maybe position also, whatever you can consider, right? Salary as well, because you are looking for the salary. So same way I can, but now my lookup function will not, right? It cannot identify my top 3 employees based on the salary. Now understanding my business query. I'm changing my business query and looking for the top 3 employee, not only the top 3, bottom 3 also, right? Who are the poorly performed employee in my organization? Bottom 3 employees based on salary, based on salary. So one way is to sort. Anyone who can ask me why we are not using the sort, ascending order, descending order, we can easily identify who are the top 3, top 5, top 10 also, right? Based on salary. But now if I change my business query, identify 6 from top in terms of salary. My sorting will fail now. Those who are supporting my statement, sir, why we are not going for sorting, and get your answer for this, right? Those who are supporting my statements, sir, sorting can give the top 3 employee and all other relevant details. So top descending order based on the salary, lowest to highest, will give the answer for this. Agree, but it will fail when I ask you to identify 6 from top in terms of the salary. Identify the people. That one. Understanding my business query now, right? Anyone who needs a repeat, or anyone who is not clear with the business queries, or anything to repeat as of now before I start resolving these issues, right? So position and salary, you are going to use the VLOOKUP function here, and you are going to submit, right? I have given 2 examples, like how to create a list here, how to use a lookup function for name, lookup function for department. You need to write the function for position and salary as well. Now, my simple question here is identify the top 3 employee, not only the employee, their ID as well, their name as well, their department, position, and salary, right? How to identify this one? Any good observation. Sorting will fail when I ask you another business query, identify 6 from top in terms of the salary. Understanding my question, right? Sorting can work when we have a sequence data set like top 3, top 5, top 10, maybe bottom 3, bottom 5, bottom, based on the descending largest or maybe smallest to largest salary structure, right? But again, it will not. Why only 6? Let me write 18th from the top. Let's say, let me make it more complicated. Identify the employee that is coming on the 18th position in terms of the salary. Now identify 18th one. You may identify 6th one from sorting, but how to identify 18th one? 180th one, right? Simple. Understanding the business query. Anyone who is facing issues, right? Simple one. So what may be your observation in this? Except or like instead of this sorting, what I should use here? Any good observation? Or anyone who has already resolved such issues?
Experience factor.
No, based on salary, right? So we are not considering experience in this as a condition. Or I missed something that you were saying something different, or I have understood something different. Any good observation? How to resolve this issue? Why I cannot use the lookup function here? That's why I have intentionally demonstrated this lookup function, where my lookup function will fail.
A lookup function is based on the employee ID, sir. So first, to identify the top 3 positions, you have to know the employee ID, right?
First,
So
I need
you
no no
employ,
first I need to know the top 3 salaries, and then
yeah.
corresponding employee
So
ID.
Yeah, so the lookup value is based on the unique factor, from my understanding.
No, no, no.
So
Lookup
lookup
function.
value
No,
cannot be used.
no, no, no. Lookup function can work for name as well, right? If I'm making a lookup function for
But
this,
for
it will work,
example, if there are two Michael Raymond are
right?
there,
Then
it
it will
means
fail.
lookup value. Yeah, then it will
Then it
fail.
will fail. Yeah, then it will fail.
So
Agree.
lookup value works on unique values. So I
Okay.
don't think so lookup value will be it's a easy way to find the top
We
three or
won't
bottom
be
three.
able to identify the top 3 salaries through lookup.
Agree. Another one. Let me add on. Lookup function always work only and only when you have a sorted data set, right? You remember when why I started with the sorting? Lookup function is always and always working with the sorting process, right? If you are disturbing your sorting process or you are ascending or descending order, lookup function will throw an error, right? That's why that was the motivation of demonstrating the sorting process first in the beginning of this session, right? So lookup function will fail if there is unsorted data set. And in real world, we may be getting the sorted one or we may not be getting the sorted one. Another one here is we are not able to identify the top 3 salaries through this method, right? So how to identify? But before that, let me identify the top 3 salary first. Top 3 salaries. How to identify? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Now, if I write, there is a function. If I want to check the top first or bottom first, maximum and minimum function are there, right? I can write here. Max function, minimum function, right? Your max function will return the highest value. Your minimum function will return your lowest value in terms of the salary. That will fail if I ask you to identify the second and third top. That means we need to use another function, large. What is the large meaning? It will identify the kth highest value. Remember, highest value. Kth. Kth means n number of position, right? Your max or minimum will fail when you ask the second top, third top, fourth top, fifth top, seventh top, and so on and so on. That means we need another function, large function, kth position, right? So what is the array? My array here is my salary column. Here it is, L column. My array here is my salary column, right? And then I need to give the kth value. Kth value is first, second, and third. Let me give the cell reference. I will drag it, right? Let me give the cell reference. Whatever the value I write, kth value in cell, it should consider that one, right? This one. See, the highest salary is 1,19,895. Let me check for the second one and third one. Why it is returning the same for second one? Q26. Okay. So see, there is a mistake in this. Can anyone identify what is the mistake when I identify the second highest salary? There is a mistake in this formula.
We have to lock the cell.
Yes.
F4.
F4, or we need to use absolute reference because it is changing my array here. L3 to L202. That is wrong. So what we need to do, we need to use our F4, or we need to use 4 times dollar symbol to make this as absolute reference. Please remember that absolute reference, locking of the cell reference. See, now if I drag it for the second position and third position, now it is getting changed, right? But what is my motivation? Okay, that's true. That's fine that you have identified top 3 position, top 3 salaries. But what are their employee IDs? What are their name? Which department they belong, and what is their positions as of now? That we need to identify. Now, come back on this. It will not identify. It will. My large function is only identifying the salary, right? Top salary. How to identify this one? Employee ID. There is another function, index. It will return me the name of them, employee ID, right? It will return me the employee ID, right? What it should return? index array. My first business query here is employee ID. Let me select the employee IDs. Whoever is coming as a highest salary, it should return with the employee ID of that employee. Agree with the logic? Now it is asking us the row number. We don't know. We don't know where the highest salary 1,19,000 is there. In which row? We are not sure about that one. So how to identify that one? That means we need to use another function match like this. When I was mentioning the lookup function is always and always working with the sorted data, my index and match function is equivalent of lookup function for unsorted data set. Agree? Another one here is the lookup function fails because when your values are written on the left side, because there is no -1 column, -2 column, right? See, another constraint from the lookup function, there is no negative column. If your values, let's say, written in L column and you need to identify a value name from B column, it will fail because it cannot go beyond the 0. Agree? So lookup function is always working. VLOOKUP function is always working on the right side of the column to identify. But in the real sense, it is not necessary that all the values will be on the right side only. It might be on any column. We need to identify that one, right? Now, index match is equivalent to lookup function, but in a different manner, right? So what is my lookup value? My lookup value here is the employee ID who is having the highest salary. Agree with the logic? What I am looking for? Search the ID from a column for a person who is having the highest salary. So how we have identified the highest salary? With the large function, right? From the L column. See, I agree with the logic. I will repeat also, but understand the logic first. It might be any business query to resolve, right? See, I'm just selecting all the values here. And what is my kth value? It is asking me the kth value. It can be anything, right? It can be anything like this. I'm giving the cell difference. It can be anything. Now, look up the value from salary who is having the first highest salary or highest salary return from where? From where? From the salary column, right? Identified that position and return the corresponding employee ID of that person. Now it is asking like lookup function, either exact match, either approximate or approximate plus value. So I'm giving the exact match 0 value and now my job is done. Just close this one. My formula says return the values who is having the highest salary from the salary column. Return the position as a match function and return the name of the employee ID as outcome. If I hit enter, my job is done. See, employee ID 243 is having the highest salary. Agree? Anything to repeat or any confusion in logic development?
Sir, I understood till that match large and you select the salary, that is L column, right?
Right.
Again, why do we have to select again the salary column?
Okay. So in this case, let me go with this formula var. Match is asking, see, let's say if I write match function here, match function, what it is asking, lookup value. So what is my logic here is lookup value is the value who is having the highest salary or highest salary. That is my lookup value. So how we are going to identify? We are going to identify the lookup value, large value from like highest value from the large function, right? That we have selected. Let me select few value only, right? And kth value is my top 2 or top first that we have given, or this one. This is returning me the highest value from, now again a comma, large value function is over, is coming, giving the outcome that 1,90,895 is the highest value, large. But it is not returning in which cell or in which row from salary column. So that's why match, again, we are going to select this salary column, right? To identify which row, right? Let's say row number 6. Which match? Exact match, 0. It will return the 10th row, sorry, 6th row as outcome, just for example, 6th row as an example, row where the highest salary is written. Now my index will return 6th row number employee ID from column A. That is the logic,
Understood.
right? See, large function is only identifying where which is the highest salary, but it is not returning which row number it is. That's why we are using the match function to identify row number in that. And once it is identifying the highest salary, let's say 1,90,000 something, row number 6, now my index function will activate after getting 2 outcome. That row number 6 employee ID should be printed. That is the logic, right? Now, employee ID
Sir,
243.
I have a query.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we have already sorted 3 highest numbers of salary, right?
Right.
Is it not possible we can match 2 like that with this query?
Agree. We have if we are sorting with the salary, with the option of the salary like ascending or descending, we can identify top 3, top 10 also. But what will happen if I ask you directly print who is what? Tell me the person who is having or tell me the employee ID of a person who is having the 20th highest salary. That will fail.
In that
Right.
case, then it will be lengthy, right? You're saying.
Right, lengthy. And you need to identify which is the 20th one, which is coming on the top 40, top 50, and so, right? Or bottom also,
Right.
right? And not only the top. So I'm just making a search engine here to identify. You just tell me anyone who is coming on the 5th top position in terms of the salary. See, employee ID 527. That is a search engine for me.
Sir,
Yeah? Yes, please.
sir, what will happen if 2 or more employee have the same salary?
Okay, interesting. So in this case, it will not return 2 values. It will return based on the first employee ID that is coming the first. Let's say, give an example, 121 and 122, both are having the same salary. It will return 121. The first option. Who is coming the first? Again, this is a drawback. That's why we have a Power BI and other one. Na? Every system has a limitation. Some resolution as well as a limitation as well. Right? I agree with your viewpoint. Now, can I get it the name as well in this? Can I get the name as well in this? The same way. Same way, if I need to return the name, corresponding name, index again, equals to array function. Now I'm going to select P column because I need a name of a corresponding employee who is having the highest salary or a highest kth value in terms of the salary, right? Let's say in this, I have selected this one. Now it should match. Can I use large function again? Any good logic? Why I should use large function in this? Shall I use the large function again the same way that we have identified what you can say employee
No,
ID?
because it is not
No.
numbers. It is names.
No, it is name. That's fine. But again, it should go back to the table and should return the value
Identify
for
the
the
row.
employee.
Identify
Sorry.
the row. To identify the row.
So it identify row, but really I need to check to calculate the large again. Match I am going to use. Large I should use or not to identify the name.
No, you should not use.
No, sir,
Why?
because employee ID we have already identified which is unique.
Yes. So what I will do, I will give a lookup value as employee ID now. Rather than the large highest or maybe the kth highest, I will give a match condition as employee ID. Whoever is returning or whoever is having the highest salary here, there it is. Highest salary, I should give this value here as a lookup value. And what is the lookup array? My lookup array should be A column, that's it. Search from the lookup value from the A column, who is having the highest salary, that is written from the column A, sorry, from the first function, right? And then selecting this one, right? And then lookup array and exact match, that's it. Then close it. It should return the name. See?
So instead of use match, is it
Yes.
possible if we already have the employee ID, we can again
Yes.
use VLOOKUP, no?
Yes, we can use VLOOKUP. Agree. But
So
VLOOKUP,
from this you
no,
have,
no, no, one thing before you ask something, VLOOKUP has a constraint that all the columns should be on the right side, right?
Hmm.
If let's say your employee ID is somewhere written in O column and your employee name is written in B column, it will fail. So in that case,
Yes.
index match will work. Yes,
Okay.
someone was asking something.
in this formula we use Q5, right?
Yeah, employee
Why
ID we have
not
given as employee ID.
R?
No, no,
In
why not we
formula
have
we use, huh?
Q? What we have used? Q.
We have used Q5, which is
Okay.
there in
No, no, no,
VLOOKUP,
no.
but
It should be this one, this cell. Agree,
R
agree.
value, right?
Right,
Okay.
right. Agree. So it should be this value. Okay, no, not this one. Let me go to this function. It should not be Q5. Agree. Thanks for the correction. Right? It should be this value, this employee ID. R9. Thanks. See. Now, if I change, let's say who is on the top first? See, Susan Johnson. Who is on second one? I can write here. Anthony. Third one, I can write. Fourth one, simple. So it is working fine. So same way we can calculate or we can return the department and position salary. Agree. We need to fill this formula as well, right? Any doubt or any confusion? Agree that we need to give this reference lookup value. Now the same way we can identify the bottom three. So for bottom three, let's say for bottom three or bottom five, why only the three, right? Let's say first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and so on and so on, right? There is another function, minimum will return only the lowest value, right? Minimum will return only the lowest value. If I write small, opposite of the large, what small will return? It will return kth smallest value. It can be anything, right? Seventh lowest value, seventh lowest salary person, right? See, small. Now it is asking the array function. What is the array? Where I have written the salary function, right? It is asking the salary array function, right? See, I'm passing all the values and giving the cell address as a kth value, whatever it is. Let's say this value. Just it. So it will return me the lowest value first. This is the 30,000 to 31 is the lowest salary of an employee. We are not sure who is that and what is the like which department it belongs and what is the position he or she is working. But if I need to calculate all the 5 positions, lowest salary, so I need to make a F4 here to lock the array and then just drag it. My job is done. My top, bottom first, bottom 2, bottom 3, bottom 5. These are the salaries, right? But we need to return the employee name here. Let's say we need to return the employee name here, bottom 3 employees. Same way I can write equals to, first thing I need to return EMP ID, right? Same way. If once it is identified EMP ID, we can correspondingly identify the name, department, and so and so. All right, department, position, and salary as well, so that we can have a good comparison. Now, how to return employee ID equals to the same way index function equals then array. What it should return? It should return me the employee ID from column A, right? But we are not sure the row number here, that as it is asking by the formula, we are not sure by the row number. So row number will be identified by match function, position of where it is match. But in case of this match, what should be the lookup value? My lookup value will be the lowest salary. First, you identify your lowest salary from the given data set. So we are using a small function. Now, how to identify the lowest salary? By using the small function. You identify the lowest salary from the given data set and return the value, right? And giving the kth value from the cell address. Kth value this one, closing this one. Once you identify the lowest salary from, return the position from the salary column. Same way. Where it is, in which row it is, right? It will ask. And match function will return, right? Simple way. See. And then it should be exact match. That's it. Index, and then we need to close it. Simple one. It will return the employee ID of the lowest salary person, 469, right? Same way. Can I check 469 here somewhere? 469, where it is? Manually, I'm just checking for a Michael, and this is a female, and 5 years, 5 project completed, and HR intern. That's why the intern salary is 30,000 to 31. So we are able to know that she's an intern. That's why the salary is the lowest side. Maybe based on some temporary positions, right? Can we get the name as well the same way? Not using the small function again, just a match function here, right? Same way. I'm just going for in a quick manner. Index function, array function. What it should return? It should return the name of the particular employee who is having the lowest salary, lowest first, I can say, right? And then what it should return? It should return the match. Lookup value should be the employee ID, identified employee ID for the lowest employee. This one, where it is, this one. And then lookup array should be the position of this row number of this employee ID, identified employee ID, right? And then like this, make a exact match, 0, click. That's it. My job is done, right? Michael, name is coming. So why only the first one? Let's say it can be 15th lowest. Okay? Miss Laura, simple. So it can be anything. We can create a search engine, and we can create a like we can extract the values like we usually do by writing the business queries in SQL Server, right? When the values are coming from different tables, we are making use of the joins and other one, right? So any doubt or any confusion as of now, so you need to fill the others as well, right? Department name, position name, salary, you need to fill in that by using the same formula but different column, right? Simple one, maximum, minimum, and other one. Now, any doubt or anything to repeat before I make it more complicated? Let me write here. Where sum of top 10 are not top 10, top 5 employees, I can say. Sum of top 5 employees salary, right? Now, see, understood lookup function, understood index match large and index match, right? To identify other thing once you have identified a keyword. Simple one. We have identified top 3, top 5. Now I'm saying not to identify top 3 or top 5. Give me a sum of top 5 employees' salaries. I agree. So that let's say in a one chart, I have not created that chart where I should suppose position wise top 5 that I will show in Power BI that how to identify these things. But my question here is, my business query here is, make a sum of top 5 or top 6 employees' salary, and we'll see that what is the percentage we are paying to the top 5 employees versus all other employees are getting, right? This is a business query. See, what is happening actually in most of the companies where CEO, CTO, and CFO are getting highest paid salary, and rest one are struggling to get the salary. I'm not saying or quoting anyone, but few examples, right? Where CTO, CEO, CFO, and other designated or other top positions holder are getting more than 50% of the salary of the total salary, right? So the company is saying that analyze the top 5 position salary in terms of the sum, and then make a total sum, right? Total sum we can identify easily, make out some another one. But what is the ratio that my top 5 employees are getting for drawing the salary? So how to get the sum of top 5 salary equals to sum, right? Now, top 5, what should come to my mind? My large function. Large, but it is asking me the salary, right? Salary. Array, what it should return? Sum of salaries, right? it should return sum of salaries like this, but it is asking me the kth position. What is the problem now? We were happy that when we have identified the first top, second top, third top, and so and so, but now it is asking us to make a sum of top 5 employees' salary. I need to give a kth value. So how to give a kth value from first to 5? So how to do? Using the curly braces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I am doing, I'm making this kth value as an array. First, like a looping function of a programming, if you remember, your loop function should work I equal to 0, I plus plus, I lesser than or equal to 5. The same way, my large function will work 5 times. First, it will identify top highest, second highest, third highest, fourth highest, fifth highest. It will return the value and it will make a sum. That sum function will get the 5 values from this internal function, value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, value 5, and make a sum. Let me check it. Okay. So maybe one bracket is missing. So it is rectifying or correcting that one. But what is the sum? 5,96,221. That is the salary drawn by top 5 employees of this organization. Agree with the logic? Anything to repeat in this sum of top 5 employees before I make it more complicated? So not only top 5, it can be anything or anyone, top 10 employees who are draining more than 50% of the salary of the current organization out of the total salary, right? Simple. Agree? So not only that one, it can be anything, right? Sum of employee, right? Who are coming on third position, fifth position, eighth position, let's say anything, maybe 10th position, right? Make a sum of salary of pupil, those who are coming on the top third, fifth, eighth, and 10th position, right? How to do this one? The same way equals to sum of large equals to array. I need to give L value, right? L2 to L21, 201, right? Simple one. Giving or passing the array here, right? Simple one. And now I need to create my third, fifth, eighth, and 10th. That is the requirement of my business, right? See, it can be any business query, right? We can resolve it. See, the sum of salaries, those employee who are coming on the top 3, top 5, top 8, and top 10 position. That is the sum. 4,71,000 something. But now, before any doubt or anything to repeat here in a logic, now I will say, I will change my business query here. Identify the top 3 quotes based on salary. Why only the top 3? I'm saying that third position holder, top third woman based on salary. Now identify. Can we identify the name? The same way, EMP ID. Or maybe, why EMP ID always? Why not only the name directly? Name, designation, and so and so. Right? EMP ID we can use for unique and primary key if there is no duplication. Right? Now I'm changing my business query here. Identify the top third position holder based on the salary, and that is woman category. Agree? Making more complicated. So how to do this one? Let's say what I need to do? I need to apply another condition, gender as a female. Agree with my logic? Now equals to what I should return? Third position in terms of the salary and gender as a female, and what I need to return? Name of that woman, right? Equals to, let's say, equals to index. What I should return? My function should return the name of the particular employee who is having the third highest salary. So how to identify the third highest salary? Match function. Match large And then from where? From salary column, right? From salary column, yeah. Right? From salary column, it should return what it should return? The third highest. I'm putting here third highest, right? Now return from salary column. See, now return the salary column. Simple one. Exact match, and then my job is done. What is what it is written? Daniel Mehta. How many of you agree that the answer is correct? Let's say my condition here is I'm writing somewhere on my third position, right? Top. How many of you agree that the answer is correct?
But the gender we did not define yet.
Gender is not.
Yes. Agree. And rightly pointed out, we have not given a condition only female on third position. So how to do this one? When it is searching the third highest, it should search in a woman category or female category. So how to make a condition here? If my condition here is the gender column, my gender column equals to, selecting all the employees, equals to female, or I can write in a column or in a cell that I can hard code cell reference. Now it should suggest. Now you hit the enter. See, Sarah Fernandez. Sarah Fernandez is the employee who is getting the third highest salary in the organization. Can I get the designation, please? The same way. You need to fill
So
that.
you use if condition with the
Yes.
column chosen is equals to female, right?
Female, or I can write a female somewhere here. I can put, let's say if I write a female here somewhere, I can give the cell address as well. If I am writing somewhere here, right? Or either directly quote with a double column because it is a text, right? So you need to identify what is the designation and which department C belongs. Mostly C will be from manager side and some from some department. So mostly high because I have analyzed that one. So from my inferences that most of the highest salary till 20 or till 18 managers are getting highly paid there in this given data set, right? So you need to fill the rest part, like I'm just opening that one that I have given an example how to get the answer, and you need to fill these things, the remaining part, the same way. So what is your deliverable from your for today's? Let me compile that one. You need to fill your enrollment number here. You need to write your name because multiple same name of people can be there in the team, right? Or in this course. Date you need to mention here, like 1st September, and then average salary comparison you need to submit. A department-wise average salary comparison, the start of this table you need to submit. Third one, this employee distribution based on the age, right? And in a coming session, I will be giving, or I will be discussing some histogram as well, where we can identify where is the need to improvement of the team, right? With the other aspects of this. Sheet number 4, position-wise, department-wise distribution of employee count, right? How the other one. Another one here is you need to.
So can you please repeat once again for sheet 4?
Yeah. So in this case, average salary comparison.
Sir, please
right?
repeat the queries again.
Acha, queries. Okay. So in this way, yes. So queries in that case, first queries you need to fill this department position for lookup function that you can write directly here, right? That is not filled by me. You need to fill that one based on the same function so that you can have a practice also, right? And you need to identify the other
So
two.
these are the sheets which we need to create.
No, the same sheet which I have shared, just right on the right side only, like I have mentioned.
Okay,
You
you
need
have
to submit the
shared.
same.
Okay.
And same
Sir, I
sheet
have
you are
not-
working.
Sir, I have
No,
not
no.
received the sheet.
So please download it from the chat box or
Got it,
Sir, I can see the sheet in the chat box as well.
So you are not able to download?
I can't see the sheet at all in the chat box. Maybe because I
Okay.
joined a little late, so I
Okay.
couldn't see that.
So in that case, just my humble request, just please scroll up, or maybe somewhere it is there that I have shared, or I will share it again once I stop sharing, and so I will
I can
use
see
the
the
chat
sheet,
box.
but I'm not able to download it.
Okay, so I will share it again, no issues, है ना? So
Yes.
what you need to fill that things that I have not completed, right? Wherever I made a blank, you need to fill and you need to submit it, right? And that thing. And another one here is you need to fill the designation and department for this top third category salary person in the female categories or male categories, whatever you like, as a gender as a criteria, right? So I need to discuss something more, but time is not permitting at this moment. So we will continue in the second session. So that's
But that
another interesting
slicer
story.
one you told that we
Yes.
don't have to send
No,
slicer.
that's no, that will be repeated in multiple sessions. So I was just demonstrating that how we can make a professional practice, making a virtual filters outside of the table, है ना? So that's why I was
Because
just
I was
demonstrating.
practicing it, that slicer was not there, I think, in normal one.
Right,
Slicer I
right.
didn't get in data when I was seeing that.
No, slicer for that you need to convert the data set into table or pivot table first. So let's say if you want to create a slicer, just click on somewhere in any pivot table or table, and there is an option. Let's say insert. There is an option slicer. Just click on this. It will identify all the field name based on your business query. You can create a slicer for that, right? So it will be repeated multiple times. So no, don't worry. It will be in most of the analytics software.
So as
Right.
for this, we have to do this pivot table only, right?
Right. So it's up to you. I'm not asking that for submission of slicers and other one. It's a very basic thing. And just to
No,
create a
not
virtual filter.
slicer. This all which you have given the sheets, that
Right.
is all pivot table, right? That
No,
previous one.
no. I have given only this employee data in a range of cells. I have created the pivot tables for demonstration, another one. Right, like
Yeah,
this average
but
salary
these we don't have
comparison.
to submit. We don't have
No,
to.
you have to submit, right? I mentioned these things. Average salary comparison, department
That
wise,
is what I'm saying. Pivot table only. We have to create these all and we have to submit it.
along with the charts. No need to
Along
create the
with-
slicers, right?
Okay.
C4, and then you need to write some business with.
List of assignments which we need to submit.
No, you need to submit this, like you maybe note down that one, average salary comparison along with the chart, department-wise average salary comparison, then distribution of the employees based on the years or based on the age, and
It's
then
already mentioned in the sheet which you have shared with us, right?
no, it is
It's-
not mentioned. I have
So it's
demonstrated
already
and
there.
where,
All right.
Anna. So I'm just asking that you practice along with me and just submit it after the session, right? And apart from that, the age-wise distribution along with the position, then what you are going to submit this department-wise, position-wise, employee count, distribution of employees, and finally some business queries where I have not filled the formula. You need to fill the formula. So lookup function you need to fill for position and salary. I have given, or I have demonstrated for 3. Top 3 I have written for employee. I have identified employee ID, then the name as well. Then you need to fill the other 3. And rest is a drag, drop and drag, right? See, simple. Just make an absolute reference and just drag it. So it will be completed. And then bottom up employee like this, simple. So that is the simple task that we have, whatever we have discussed, that is you are going to submit that one. So that it is a proof that you are practicing along with me, and unless you are not practicing, Excel or Power BI will not be hands-on. So my motivation here is to make this hands-on practices what I can say is online workshop. You can consider this where I cannot see your screen, but at least I am assuming that you are honest and you are learned people, that you will submit and you are practicing along with me. In a real sense, we usually see the screens as well when the people are getting stuck, when the people are facing issues, and when the people are going to submit also, right? So my technical team usually here in the classroom to check all these issues. Another one, but sorry for that. In online session, we cannot create the workshop feeling, but online workshop we can consider for that, right? So anything else before we close for the day? We will continue the discussion and we will see more aspects of this data analytics, and with another case, other aspects, and with some other concepts. So
Sir,
yes, please.
where can I get the sheet? It is not there in the chat box for me. I can only
Okay.
see the messages after 9:20 when I joined.
Okay.
And what is the deadline of submission of this assignment?
So that is today only. So I will see around 2 or 2:30 p.m. So let me see where is the chat option. Okay, let me see that chat option. Let me share the Excel file again. So where it is.
So when will we get the recording of this session today?
Recording service, you may be answering for that if you are available.
Because if we are stuck somewhere, we can
Yes,
see that.
yes, sir. So
Right,
recording
right.
will be uploaded into the your LMS portal into the recording section, which created over there, and
Today?
also yes, by today only.
So I will share it again, right? So let me stop sharing first, right? And then just I'm downloading the same file and just sharing. Right? So let's say on the desktop I have shared session one, right? Here I have saved session one. So I'm sharing it again. Let's say here. Hope it will be downloaded. So in my system, it is available as a download. Okay, so it is showing.
Are you sharing it in the chat box again?
Yeah, yes. I'm going to share it. See,
Okay.
now it is available for everyone. I hope it will be downloaded. Or please join your Google Classroom as well so that you can download it before the session. So I will share before 30 minutes on every Sunday, and you will be ready with the download, and we will start a direct discussion on this. So from my side in this module, the practice and hands-on exercises. So no theoretical notes will be provided from my side. My hands-on exercise and your learning will be sufficient to understand this module. And I will discuss a lot of cases in terms of the data, right? So what is my practice here? Discuss all the business cases in terms of the data and hands-on, right? So thank you, and see you on the next week. So again,
Sir,
see surveys. What you can do, you please share that file if you are able to download, from your LMS.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. So we
So
will upload. Yeah, we will
हाँ.
upload this file into the resources. Okay, in the resources section, you can just go and download it from there.
Anyone who is facing issue from Chatbox or from Google Classroom, the service is going to upload on LMS portal. That was the they are maintaining this one. Yes, someone was asking something.
Here for assignment submit deadline can be increased because I feel
Okay. So what is your expected, like maybe today end of the day, but it should be bind up by today itself, right? And I don't want to disturb you on a weekday, maybe on Saturday. So